everybody. Welcome to Graveyard Read Book Reviews. Thanks for joining me. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone's having a good week. I'm going to do something different again for this video. A couple months ago, an author, his name is Alex Hartwell, contacted me. And he's the organizer of an event called Bookstagram Beyond-A-Thon. And he asked me if I would participate in as being a reviewer. And of course I said, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And it is. What Bookstagram Beyond-A-Thon is, authors, reviewers, writers, readers, everyone, we all come together and we support the author's work and their books. So being a reviewer, I had the option of either doing reviews for books or interviewing the authors. And since I already review books, I thought, I never really interviewed anybody before, and this could be a really cool opportunity. So that's what I decided to do. I have the privilege of interviewing 3 talented authors that I'm going to share today. Chad Miller, A.D Aro, and Devin Carbrera. Devin, if I am mispronouncing your last name, please forgive me. Okay, so we're going to start with Devin, okay? Devin Carbrera. He has a series of books, I think 2 or 3, on one character, and the character's name is Jones Jespin. And this is the creepiest, most brutal character I've read in a long time. He does have a backstory, and that's the reason why he is become psychotic. He's been bullied all his life. His home life was lousy. His going to school, he was bullied, picked on. Just horrible things has happened to him when he was a kid and growing up. So now he's an adult, and he wants revenge on these people who have scorned him. And in the most vicious, just violent ways that I can even think of, he goes on this rampage. And I want to call him an anti-hero sometimes, because you do feel sorry for him because of his past, because his past was so horrible that you want to say, well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for wanting to go after these people. So excellent character. Excellent. Devin also has a newer book called The Huntsman, which I have not read yet. So I'll probably do a review on that shortly. So yeah, you can find Devin on Instagram, and he'll have a list of his books on there as well. The interview, like I said, is down below where the link is. Okay, Chad Miller is my next author. I've read many of his books, and I love them all. He's a great writer. I did not know there were different genres of horror until I started reading his. He falls under the historical horror/mystery. His books have the same characters, Bram and Doyle. Okay, these are 2 investigators in the 1800s, and I know it sounds like Sherlock Holmes, but it's really not, because Bram and Doyle, they investigate paranormal activity, and it has a very strong horror element in these stories. The first one is Prisoner of Despair. Second one is The Confession. The Confession I think is probably better than Prisoner of Despair, because I enjoy the Lizzie Borden story, and this is loosely what it's based on. So it's a great book. Chad also has another book coming out called Loose Ends. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's about H.H. Holmes, the serial killer. And I can't wait to read this, because that's one of my favorites. I'm a big history buff. I really enjoy crimes, the 1800s, 1900s, in that time era. So these books are perfect for me. I really enjoy them. Chad is on Instagram, and you can find him there. His books are on Amazon, and you can get them on Kindle or paperback. So yeah, he's a great writer. I can't wait to read more from him. And, he was kind enough to agree for an interview, and I really appreciate it. Okay, my last author is A.D Aro. He is the author of the Bumps in the Night series. These are middle grade YA horror books. I'm sure I'm an 80s kid, and I'm sure the kids in the 80s and 90s, they remember the Goosebumps series. These are even better. He has 2 books. He has In the Mall of Madness and Nostalgic Nightmare. He has a 3rd one coming out, but In the Mall of Madness and Nostalgic Nightmare, I think the reason I appreciate that so much is, like I said, he has a lot of references from the 80s and 90s, music, pop culture. He just throws that in there, and it's more enjoyable for me and probably people my age. You can find these on Amazon, either paperback or Kindle. He's also on Instagram, so you can find him there. It's nice to see that there's going to be a new generation of kids who are going to appreciate middle grade horror. Like I said, I know he has a third book coming, and I can't wait for more. And I want to thank him again for participating in this interview. So thank you again to Alex Hartwell for contacting me and allowing me to participate in Bookstagram Beyond-A-Thon. I had a lot of fun. I hope you do this every year. I met a lot of cool people, and I heard from authors that I haven't heard from in a while. So it was really nice. I really enjoyed myself. Thank you to all the authors that took the time to answer the questions that I gave them. Chad, A.D Aro, and Devin, thank you again. And I look forward to reading your recent novels. And just a side note, this is why I enjoy reviewing for independent books. These authors work really hard. They have to think of the ideas. They have to find a publisher or self-publish, which most of them do. They have to find an artist for the cover art. And this takes a lot of time and energy from them. And that's why I really appreciate all their hard work. And that's why I want to review their books. So all the links are down below, like I said. And thank you so much for watching.